The flight to Egypt. We are here to continue with our story on Jesus. In Matthew 13 of chapter 2, when they had departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream again, and said, Rise, take the child and his mother, and flee to Egypt, and stay there until I tell you. Herod is going to search for the child to try and destroy him. Joseph rose and took the child and his mother by night, and departed for Egypt. He stayed there until the death of Herod, and that what the Lord had said through the prophet might be fulfilled. Out of Egypt I call my son. The massacre of the infants. When Herod realized that he had been deceived by the Magi, he had become furious. This is a funny way to say it, but the Magi had not deceived Herod. It was Herod who was deceiving everybody. He ordered the massacre of the boys of Bethlehem and had its vicinities, 2-year-olds and under, in accordance with the time he had ascertained from the Magi. Then was fulfilled what through Jeremiah the prophet had said, A voice was heard in Ramah, so sobering and loud lamentation, Rachel weeping for her children. There's a lot of weeping right now in the middle of the Middle East for your children. But according to this, Rachel weeping for her children, and she would not be consoled. Imagine that, she will not be consoled, since they were no more. How heartbreaking. Imagine following something that will take your children's lives. You could never, as a mother, be consoled if your child is taken from you. The return from Egypt. When Herod had died, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, and said, Rise and take the child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel. For those who sought the child's life are dead. He rose and took the child and his mother, and went to the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus was ruling over Judah in the place of his father, Herod, he was afraid to go back there, and because he had been warned in a dream, he departed for the region of Galilee. He went and dwelt in the town called Nazareth, so that what had been spoken about through the prophets might be fulfilled. He shall be called the Nazarene. You see, all of this was predicted in the Torah, in the Old Testament. The only thing I could tell you is God is real, and He knows the future, and He predicted it all. He had all the answers. How on earth could God have done that? God saw the end from the beginning, just like I read to you in Genesis. In the beginning God created. He knew all things, for He created all things. You must understand that Jesus warns His children. God will always warn His children. But you must take part in the light. You must never take part in the darkness. And that is my message to all of you. Become part of the light. Come to know Jesus, for He is the light of the world. He will not ever abandon you, my children. Even in your darkest hour, He is the light. Even when all other lights go out, He is the light. Amen.